Welcome to Sahaja Yoga Meditation. My name is Paul from Australia, and tonight we have a great program where we will explore the relationship between music and meditation. And there is no doubt that music can help us reach higher state of meditation, higher state of awareness, and we'll experience that later in this session. For the new people joining us, I'm going to explain briefly the subtle system we have in us, and then we'll go through the first exercise, the first meditation, where we will get our self-realization. And this is very valuable for people that have joined us for a while, because it's always good to increase the awareness, increase the depth of our meditation through that exercise. So in short, within us we have a subtle system that is a blueprint of the nervous system we have within us. And we have 3 channels and 7 chakras. So we have a right channel, which is in yellow on the chart here. The right channel is looking after all our physical and mental activities. We have the left channel, which is in blue. This channel is the channel of our emotions, of our desire. And then we have the central channel in the middle. This is the channel of our spiritual growth. This is the channel of our evolution. We have also 7 chakras. And this chakra relates to our 7 plexuses on the physical side. And each of these chakras has specific qualities. So when in our meditation we awaken these different chakras, we are also awakening and strengthening these qualities within us. But how to awaken that? So the way this subtle system is awakened, the way we get our self-realization is by awakening an energy that's within us at the base of our spine, in the sacrum bone, called the Kundalini. It's a motherly energy that's dormant, and once awakened, it will help you get into meditation and develop a higher level of awareness of what is the truth and who we really are. So that energy, the Kundalini, will rise, open all the different chakras. And when this energy is opening the 7th chakra on top of our head, we have what we call the self-realization. And the way we experience it is when we have our self-realization, we can feel a cool breeze in our hands. We can feel a cool breeze on top of our head. This is the same experience that the saints, the people that meditated for thousands of years had. The big difference is that in the past people spent lifetimes to actually balance their body, cleanse their body, so that they could have that self-realization. While today, you get the self-realization first, even if it's not the same intensity. But once the light is within you, once you can feel in your hands what's the state of your subtle system, the state of your chakra, where are our imbalances, it's much easier to correct and establish and grow this awareness within us. But why self-realization? Self-realization is what we've all been looking for, even if we are not aware of it. It's this connection with the all-pervading power that's around us, that informs us, that guides us, that nourishes us. And you will feel in this state the joy, the peace, and the innate satisfaction of actually knowing the truth and growing in a spiritual ascent. So this first meditation, this first exercise, we'll do it eyes closed. But before we do that, because there's some movement involved, I will show you how we do it. And then we'll close our eyes. Because when this energy rises, the Kundalini, it goes easier through the sixth center when our eyes are closed. So sit comfortably on the chair or on the ground. You can remove your shoes. We don't need them, and it's always good to have our feet on Mother Earth. And simply put your hands on your laps. Be pleasantly placed towards yourself, and like a scientist, just see if this is working for you. So what we're going to do before we go through the real meditation, I'll show you. Both hands on your laps, and the right hand will go on the different centers or chakra. First on the heart, then under the rib cage, and each time we'll ask a question. Then at the lower part of the abdomen, back under the rib cage, back on the heart. And here we'll say some affirmations related to the qualities of these chakras. Then we put the right hand at the junction of the left shoulder and neck. And we can turn the head towards the right to put some pressure. Then we can put our right hand on our forehead across, pressing on both sides. Then at the back of our head, resting our head looking upwards. Then we can put the right hand, stretch our fingers so that the center of the palm is in contact with the fontanelle area on top of our head. And we can press it hard and massage it clockwise. And this is where we are going to ask for self-realization. All right, I hope everybody is with me, everybody is ready. You can now close your eyes. Put your attention inside. Take a couple of deep breaths. And like a witness, just see what you can feel, what you can experience, without tension, as this energy, the Kundalini, is doing everything. So now we can put our right hand on our heart. And here we can ask 3 times, Mother, am I the spirit? Because the spirit resides in our heart. Then we can put our right hand under the rib cage on the left. And this is the center of mastery. So here we can ask 3 times. Mother, am I my own master? Putting your attention where you have your hand. Bring the right hand down at the lower part of the abdomen. And here we can ask 6 times to this motherly energy, the Kundalini. Mother, please give me the pure knowledge. Because this is the center of knowledge within us. And by asking that, the Kundalini will start to rise. We can ask that 6 times. Bring back your hand under the rib cage on the left. And here we can say 10 times, no more a question, but an affirmation. Mother, I am my own master. 10 times. Now bring your right hand on your heart again. And here we can say 12 times, Mother, I am the Spirit. Because this is who we really are. Now put your right hand at the junction of the left shoulder and the neck. Turn your head towards the right. Press it hard. If we are the Spirit, how can we be guilty? So here we can say 16 times, Mother, I am not guilty at all. How can we be guilty if the Divine is the ocean of forgiveness? Now we can put our right hand on our forehead across, pressing on both sides. And here, doesn't matter how many times, but it's our sincerity that counts. We have to forgive everyone. So here we can say, Mother, I forgive everyone. This is the greatest power we have as human beings. A power that makes us free. Mother, I forgive everyone. You can also forgive yourself. You can say, Mother, I forgive myself. Now you can put your right hand at the back of the head and rest your head looking upwards And here, for your own satisfaction, you can say, Mother, if I have done any mistakes against my spirit, please forgive me. Now, stretch your fingers. Put the center of your palm of the right hand on top of your head. Press it hard and rotate it like moving the skin on the scalp. And here, bend your head forward. And here, 7 times. You can say, Mother, please give me my self-realization. And put back your hand on your laps, keeping your attention on top of your head, without thinking, and just see if you can feel some coolness in your hand. Maybe some warmth in one hand, maybe some fingers tingling. Without thinking, we can meditate for a couple of minutes. And enjoy this state of joy, fulfillment, and peace. If you still have thoughts, forgive your thoughts. Forgive your thoughts. Let them go and enjoy the present moment. Don't create a new thought. You can slowly open your eyes. And with the right hand, put your right hand 5 to 10 centimeters above your head. And see if you can feel the coolness, what we call the vibrations, flowing from your 7th center, 7 chakras, called the Sahaja chakra. Can be warm to start with. You can try with the left hand, if you are more sensitive with the left hand. And just again, without thinking, just look what you can feel in your hands. This is self-realization, where you are in connection with the all-pervading power around us, where you get your yoga, your connection to this new state of awareness where you know the truth, where you become the spirit. All right. Coming back to our topic today, which is creativity, music, and meditation, we are going to see a video of Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi that will talk about that. Shri Mataji has opened the 7th center at a global level in 1970, a little more than 50 years ago, and she started Sahaja Yoga to give that knowledge, to give that gift of self-realization to all human beings. And she has worked tirelessly, traveled in all countries of the world, and spoke at thousands of occasions, giving self-realization to people and giving us this knowledge that allows us to grow spiritually, that allows us to become realized people with our self-realization. So let's listen to Shri Mataji and we'll talk soon after that.
Now as the Kundalini rises, she enlightens your 2nd center, which we can call as the Swadhisthana chakra for the time being, though it is the 3rd center, but first 2nd center. You become extremely creative. Extremely creative. I know of a gentleman who came to me, he had no job. And he said, "Mother, I have no job, and what should I do?" I said, "All right, what do you want to do?" He said, "Whatever you say." I said, "All right, why don't you become an interior decorator?" He said, "Me, I don't know what is the teak wood, I don't know what is a rosewood, how am I to become an interior decorator?" I said, "You just use your vibrations." And you'll be surprised, he earned millions of rupees out of that profession. Because you become extremely creative. Your sense of creation becomes so subtle and so beautiful that you start understanding art at such a high level that people don't know how, when you are not educated in art, how you can do it. I went to Japan once and they were having an ikebana competition or something. So I went to see the ikebana class. They requested me, "Why don't you do some flower arrangement?" I said, "All right, I'll do it." I did it. And I got the highest marks without knowing a word about ikebana. Just surprising. I got the highest mark. I can do lots of things which I have never done before, like architecture. I have built houses without doing any architecture. I have done decorations of the houses. I have done all kinds of things without knowing how to do it. Because you become so creative. Music you start understanding so much better. There are people now, in America there's a girl, she had a horrible hoarse voice, absolutely hoarse voice, and she always used to go out of tune. So I told her, "You shouldn't sing songs before me because it's rather funny." She said, "Mother, why don't you give me a good voice?" I said, "You just try your Vishuddhi chakra. If your Vishuddhi chakra is corrected, you'll be all right." Why don't you sit down? So the Vishuddhi chakra she tried on Vishuddhi chakra giving vibrations, and she sings so melodiously now that actually she can be a great singer. So the creativity, that also is a blessing of your power, of the goddess of learning. Boys who could not study in the schools were absolutely duffers. Some people brought, there is a boy, recently I received a letter from him. When he came to me, his father said that he is going to be taken out of school because he is good for nothing, he cannot remember anything, he is absolutely finished. I said, "All right, doesn't matter, let him take to surgery." He got his realization. Not only that he passed with first class, but he got a scholarship. Then he passed another exam, he got a scholarship. Now he's got a very big job. At a very young age, he wrote to me, "Mother, no one can believe that a duffer like me has been so much highly placed." All the boys who got scholarships in Maharashtra, in schools, in colleges and university are Sahajogis. It is such a tremendous force that starts working in. If you try to give vibrations, say, to fruits or to trees or to, say, wheat and such things which are very important for life, any food, you'll be amazed that the food also grows so much more, and the taste is so good, and it lasts you so longer. Like one gentleman tried, a university professor in agricultural college, on some wheat, some vibrations. And he was amazed that when they collected this wheat was at least 6 times more than normal. And when this wheat was stored in a big hall like this, there were so many other things. The rats, who are always a menace in India, never touched that wheat. They ate all the rest of it but never touched the wheat. Even the animals, the snakes, even the tigers, of course the dogs and the cats understand it much more. They understand you. They know that you are a saint. They'll never touch you. They'll never trouble you. Even a tiger sees a saint, he never attacks. You can handle a tiger very easily. This is the power of a saint. So you develop a tremendous capacity of creativity. The greatest capacity you have then is of creating a new human being out of an ordinary human being. This is the greatest blessing you have, that you transform an egg into a bird. And that is the epitome, that is the spiritual power you have, by which you can transform the whole human race into a new race which has this 5th dimension within yourself. You can start talking on science. Now we have a scientist here, and he's done his science. He's a doctor of science and this and that in chemistry. And I explained to him about this, where is the hydrogen and oxygen and nitrogen and all that within us, and he was amazed. He said, "Mother, how do you know all these things?" I said, "I don't know how I know, but I know. That's what it is. You just have a look at these." And he was amazed how I was telling him about spiral movement and linear movement of peptones. He said that for this I had to study so much. I said, for Sahaja Yoga you don't have to study. A little bit you know, and immediately you click the point. Now, this is the second thing that you know in your learnings, in your education, you are all right. But the mastery of this center comes, when you know the pure knowledge of handling the Kundalini, the pure knowledge of spirit, the pure knowledge of the blessings of God, of Rutambhara Pragya. If you know that, that is the highest, that you achieve gradually as you grow. Because when the center starts expanding on the sides, you start expanding in your personality, in your sensitivity, and in your evolutionary ascent. So that is how you start growing from one to another, to another, to another.
Hello everyone, welcome back. I am sure you enjoyed this video of Shri Mataji. And when we talk about creativity, creativity is the quality of the second center within us, called the Svadhisthana, the one that is in yellow on the chart here. This center, you can also feel it on your thumbs. And in your hands now, you can actually feel if your centers are in balance or not, or if there is any problems that might need to be resolved. As I said, the quality of the center is creativity, and in more details, because we have 3 aspects of each chakra, the right one is the power of our attention, and that's something we are going to see in the future webcast. The left is related to the knowledge, while the center, as I said, is the creativity. And through the ages, we have seen the work of so many artists, painters, fine arts, music, writing, that have actually done work of eternal value that we still enjoy today. We can think of Mozart, Bach, William Blake, Michelangelo, Da Vinci. All these people have created art that once you have your realization, gives you joy. And you can actually feel the vibrations coming from their work. And this applies also of work you actually do, or creativity you can do. Once you have your self-realization, automatically you become creative. And this is, today I'm going to show you that with two young Sahaja Yogi practitioners that are going to play music for us. Their name is Sahaj and Bhargav. They're playing their own instruments, and they will play some Indian music that will help us go in meditation, that will help us go deeper in this thoughtless awareness. And I'm grateful to have them here today to actually illustrate the topic of music and meditation. So let's listen to them, and we'll catch up again after this session. While listening to their music, simply keep your hands on your laps and enjoy the meditation. You can close your eyes as well. See you soon.
Hi, my name is Bhargav. I've been practicing Sahaja Yoga meditation for the last 20 years. I've also been studying music on the saxophone for the last decade. And over this course of time, I've tried experimenting with music and its impact on the meditative state and guiding meditations. And I just wanted to talk briefly about it. Music, as we know, has an inherent capacity to guide our thoughts and guide our attention towards the present moment. We often find ourselves forgetting about our worries and what's going on day to day when we are just in the car, listening to the radio and listening to music. And that is also the intended effect we want out of meditation. So what I've found is that music can be a very useful catalyst in guiding our meditative state and allowing us to reach the sense of thoughtlessness much more efficiently. So I'd like for us to experiment and experience this. So I would like everyone to just open your palms out. I'll be playing just a short piece of Indian classical music. It's non-rhythmic. It's purely melody. I'll be playing on the saxophone. for everyone to just open your palms out, close your eyes, and at the end of it, you can assess how you feel, and whether you found music to be sort of a useful tool, I guess, in meditation.
I am sure that, like me, you enjoyed this meditation and the work of these two young people. That's fantastic, and thank you again, Sahaja and Bhargav, to have recorded this work for us today. So, before we finish, I just want to show you again how we meditate at home. It's best to meditate every day, 5, 10, 15 minutes in the morning. And the way we do it is we start by raising our own Kundalini. So people that have been with us for a while know how to do it. For the new people, the left hand is moving upwards, vertically. And the right hand is rotating around it like that. So we can do it together. We'll do it 3 times. We can put our attention, even look at the center of the palm of our left hand, and on top we do a knot. We do it a second time. We do a knot again. And while doing that, we try to keep our attention above our head, and we will feel more coolness, more balance within us. And the third time, we can do 3 knots. Now we can also do, when we start a meditation, after that, we can do what we call a bandhan, which is a protection of our aura around us. And the way we do that is with the right hand, starting on the left side, doing half a circle around us, around the aura, and coming back 7 times for the 7 chakras. So that's 1. We do it a second time, a third time, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And again, just for a few seconds, see what you can feel within you. The silence, the joy, the coolness, the cool breeze. So, every morning you can use the photo of Shri Mataji. You can use a candle in front of her photo. Raise your Kundalini, put yourself in a bandhan, meditate 15 minutes. And at the end, raise your energy again, put yourself in a bandhan. I hope you enjoyed this webcast. We have many webcasts throughout the week. You can find them on freemeditation.com.au. So, don't hesitate to join us, and I'm looking forward to see you next week for another great topic. Have a great week.